Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Zmore, the dad in Dad Open Stuff, and today we've got two things. We have the Straw Hat starter deck and the 7 Warlord starter deck from the One Piece TCG. Now, we're going to be opening these up, seeing what's in there. It's a game that I hope to play with my kids and, you know, just generally enjoy. So, sit back, relax, and hopefully have fun with this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get on with it. Alrighty, so we're opening these boxes up for the first time. I've not seen what's in here at all, so we'll get to see what is in this whole thing. Now, there is obviously a starter deck in here. There's probably a rules booklet and a bunch of other stuff, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So what we'll do is move that out of the way so I can pop that up there. So we have our booklet here, and this is pretty much a mat to show how you play the game, along with rules and whatnot. And I'm not going to go into that now. You know, maybe if I get really into the card game, I'll maybe pop that into a later video. But we do have the deck. Now, it's got this little doodad on here. I'm just making sure nothing else is in here. So let's get this little slider off. So our first card is one of the Dawn cards, which is basically like I suppose you do it with a Dawn. You know, it's like a rebellious exclamation of something or other. So we've got that. The card is a little bit damaged towards the top, which is slightly disappointing. Hopefully not all of them are. And we've got 1, 2, 3, let's just 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those. And then the main card, obviously, is Monkey D. Luffy, who is our leader. Now, this card is absolutely awesome looking. It's actually a really nice card. And you've also got Luffy as a just character as well. You've got a few copies of that. What we'll do is we'll half the deck, and I'll look into it. It's just a lot easier to handle. So we've got 2 copies of Luffy, looking very, very angry, which is awesome looking. We then have 2 copies of Roronoa Zoro as a character as well. This character gains 1,000 power. I don't know what that means in terms of the game. So we've got, so basically Zoro and Luffy are your 2 main characters that you want to use. Then we have 4 copies of Usopp. I'm assuming because he is a less powerful character and probably easier to bring out, all that kind of thing, because you've got 5,000, 6,000 on Luffy. But the artwork is awesome on all these cards. I've said that before when we have opened the box of this, of the 2 legends, and you're seeing Karoo. So I'm guessing they're counting Vivi as a Straw Hat, basically, because Vivi and Karoo are both Alabasta characters. But that artwork is looking a bit blurry on there. I don't know if that shows up on the picture on there, but it does look rather blurry. Then we've got Sanji. Now, I would have suspected or expected Sanji to be, you know, a bit more of a big fancy card, but Sanji is one of those things where, like, you know, there's always that rivalry with Zoro, but even the card game is saying that Sanji doesn't live up to that rivalry. Then we've got Jinbe. 4 copies of that. Jinbe looking very stern, very awesome, but still cool looking cards. Then we have Chopper. So I'm guessing there's 4 copies of him in here as well. Yeah, we've got Chopper there with his cotton candy as his epitaph. Epitaph is on the, like a gravestone. Epithet. Cotton candy Chopper, looking very cool. Then we have Cat Burglar Nami with her Climate Act. All of them are looking awesome. Robin with her Devil Fruit Powers, the Floors. That does look really cool. And yeah, there's Vivi. I knew Vivi would be in here. So she is counted at the bottom here. It says Alabasta, but I'm assuming that she maybe counts as like a friendly kind of group. Maybe it's the colours that determine it, because I know some of the other cards have different colours on them. So maybe if it's red, the Straw Hats can use them essentially as allies. Because I believe the minks are also red, but maybe I'm wrong about that. But yeah, that's looking very cool picture of Vivi. Then we have Frankie, looking very cool. I love I'm trying to use as beam. But it's all like, the thing I'd say about a lot of these cards, it's all modern One Piece cards. It's not like the pre-time skip cards. So that's probably in other sets and things like you can get pre-time skip versions of the characters. I'd assume. Then we have the Soul King himself, Brook. We've got different events like Guard Point. We've got 2 copies of that. Gum Gum Jet Pistol. We've got 2 copies of that. It's very cool looking artwork of him whacking a passive Vista. And then we have 2 Diable Jambe. Making Sanji look awesome. I'm not going to review what the cards do because I haven't played the game yet, so I can't really say how well it is. And then we've got, obviously, the Thousand Sunny. I'm hoping there's a Going Merry card somewhere because that is... The Going Merry is the literal GOAT. So we've got lots of cool cards here. Lots of cool little bits and bobs. But, obviously, I think the 3 coolest cards in this set have to be the 2 Luffys and the Zoro card. That artwork is very clean on Zoro as well on Luffy, but yeah, very shiny, very awesome. And this is the thing about this I've heard a lot of good things about the One Piece card game. There's been a lot of positive things people have said to me about it. How you play it or not, I don't quite know yet, but why would I get a starter deck if I knew how to play it, you know? It seems a bit counterintuitive to get a starter deck if you already know how to play a game. So I'll get these sleeved up, and I'll get back to you guys and say what I think of the game next time I open some more One Piece cards. We've got 7 Warlords deck. Now, I think we all know the people that are going to be in here. Things like Boa Hancock, we've got that as well. Again, there's nothing in this one that wasn't in the other one, so we've got the same like insert. And I'm assuming the Dawn cards and everything. I'll just split that down the middle so I can get them all out. So we'll just get rid of all the Dawn cards. And then our leader for this deck is going to be Crocodile himself. Looking very cool. I do like Crocodile. Then you've got 2 of the Crocodile character cards. And he is looking very slick there with his sand powers. Now, this is an interesting kind of thing. Because Crocodile is obviously one of the more prominent characters of the 7 Warlords of the Sea, you'd expect that he would be in charge over Don Flamingo, because obviously Don Flamingo appears in a later arc and is seen to be a lot more powerful than Crocodile. But at the same time, I suppose Crocodile is part of Cross Guild and whatnot, so he is a lot more prominent now than he was after his fall. But yeah, Don Flamenco looking very cool there as well. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Weevil. Not my favourite of the characters that are in here. Then we've got Gecko Moria, and we've got only 2 copies of Gecko. But Gecko is a very interesting character. I actually really liked the Thriller Bark arc, so quite good to see him get some play in here. Then we've got obviously Pirate Mihawk, Dracul Mihawk, the Hawkeye, and obviously, again, there could be maybe a Cross Guild deck that you could build out of this at some point, because you obviously have Buggy the Clown, and then you have Crocodile and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see like a Cross Guild version of this deck. He looks pretty cool. Not shiny, mind you. Then we obviously have Jimbei, because he was a Warlord of the Sea. Looking very, very cool there. Fishman, 7 Warlords of the Sea. I wonder how he differs in gameplay than he does it with the Straw Hat deck. Then we have Sentomaro. Now that's an unusual one, because obviously Sentomaro is part of the Navy. I suppose the Warlords are part of the Navy as well. But an interesting one. I didn't expect Sentomaro to be in there. Then we have 4 copies of Trafalgar Law. Looking very, very cool. One of my favourite characters in more recent chapters of One Piece. Then we have Bartholomew Kuma with the pawpaw fruit there. Possibly one of the best characters in the whole series. Very, very cool backstory and whatnot. Not to spoil anything. Then we've got Buggy the Clown, which is kind of interesting because, again, you could in theory, pretend this was like a cross guild deck with Buggy, Crocodile, and Mihawk. Just have extra cards of them. But how that plays out, I don't know. Then we have a Pacifista, which obviously is just Kuma. That's just Kuma again. Just a picture of Kuma. But what can you say about that? Then we have a fan favourite, Boa Hancock. I'd much prefer if her card picture was just her, like, just leaning back. She's so above you that she won't let you look at her cleavage on the card. But yeah, then we have Marshall D. Teach as the last character card in there. Did not spend long in the Seven Warlords, but you know, he still got included. So for our first event card, it's Sables, his sand sword, and it's looking very cool. Like, I like the artwork in these because obviously they take bits from the manga. Sometimes they make things unique to the game, and it's interesting to see what they do. This is obviously another manga panel. We have Thrust Pad Cannon, and that is Kuma, obviously using his ability on there with the pawpaw fruit. And then the last one is the is it Melo? Whatever the beam is. The Love beam. In Japanese, I listened to it in Japanese, and it's used like Melo beam. And obviously that could turn people to stone, apart from Luffy. But again, another cool manga panel. Overall, what do I think of the decks? I don't know. But what I do know is that there's a lot of cool looking cards in here, and I will get back to you on how well they play in regards to each other. But it is a very cool looking set of cards. And yet again, there's the Don Flamingo, the Crocodile, and the Crocodile Leader card, and they're all looking very awesome. Very pretty cards. I think that's the definitely thing the One Piece card game has going for it, is that the cards are very, very nice looking, and I expect a lot of people are going to be sold on trying to play this game based on that alone. Whether it plays as well as other card games, I honestly couldn't tell you yet, but we'll get back to it when I have a couple of games with my kids and learn how to play it properly. Either way, guys, if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all next time with the next card packs. Either way, have a good night.
Can feel the thrill inside, hoping for a rare card every single time. Flip them one by one and make my heart race wild. Gotta catch them all like I did when I was a child.